Okay, now let's go to the risk parity and quality momentum, sorry. The risk parity, in the description section, you will see uh, the same information, not the same information, the same way of presenting the information as you saw in the defensive sector investment, and it's going to be the same way of presenting information in the quality momentum strategy. So in the description part, fairly straightforward description or summary on the strategy, the variables, and what to expect in the different tabs. In the variables section, you will see this, but let me use my price settings. So these are, for example, the ones that I already have in the cloud. And I can click here in the Run Strategy tab, a button, sorry, and remember every time you click in the Run Strategy, you need to go to the graph in order to start seeing the results. This particular strategy takes more time than the other two. Um, this is because risk parity or the risk parity theory is an optimization problem. So what we are looking for here is to understand how much money you need to allocate into the different assets that are inside this strategy, taking into consideration that each asset should add the same level of risk or the same level of volatility to the portfolio as a whole. So once everything is done, you are going to be able to see, for example, the performance of the strategy, the drawdown, how the asset allocation change in time, and of course, the monthly return on an average basis. Let me now go back to the variables tab and let me change the type of the plot, logarithmic, in order for you to see the impact of changing that. So this is the change that you are going to see here on a log scale. And also, if I want, instead of using mean, I want to use the median, now I have a different result here using the median returns instead of the mean. So let me come back to the original setting. Okay, so this is going to be the information that you are going to be able to see in this part. Monthly return, same thing, the performance of the strategy at a monthly basis, and also at an annual basis with a benchmark of the Dow Jones and the Standard & Poor. Financial metrics, the same metrics that you saw in the defensive sector investment, and the same metric that you will see in the rest of the strategy. Current asset allocation, this is the one that the strategy recommends and to start using at this moment, and the historical performance of this strategy during 2021. Moving forward into the quality momentum strategy, this strategy has a lot more of variables. So let me use the ones that I already have from the strategy, click on graphs. And here the idea is to invest in the best performing stocks that are inside an index using the momentum as a criteria. In the graph section for this particular strategy, you will see more information than in the others. So the equity curve, the strategy drawdown, these two are common. Here the monthly return. Here we see the top 25 most popular holdings since the beginning. How much time, for example, this strategy held Microsoft, Home Depot, Disney, McDonald's, Honeywell, so on and so forth. How much time is this strategy fully invested, or how much time does the strategy recommend to not use it? And this is thanks to this negative or filter for negative momentum. So every time you see here 100%, it says you were invested 100% or your money was 100% invested in this strategy. But for example, during the COVID period, you every time you decrease the level of asset allocation or the money that you were putting into this strategy due to the negative momentum of the stocks within this index. Now the asset allocation specifically at this moment is the one that you see here in blue, and this is the momentum that of course are related to the stocks that are recommended by the strategy. And these are the stocks that weren't chosen for this rebalance date. Monthly return, financial metrics, the same ones as you already saw. And finally, the current asset allocation, where do we need to invest in this at this moment, and the historical performance of this strategy. Remember that this historical performance is the performance during 2021. And of course, condition to the set of variables that you put here. So these are the three strategies. So I will see you in the next video.